Welcome back. Rebuilding after a hurricane is not easy. Tonight, we hear from a former cabinet minister who braved Hurricane Dorian 1 year ago in his home in a community that was decimated by that storm.
He says while many have not returned home, he has. And in this story, he tells us why he decided to do so.
For former cabinet minister Kenneth Russell, a catastrophic storm like Dorian is not unfamiliar to his family.
You know, some 100 years ago, I lost my grandmother and 3 uncles from a hurricane, just like this. 3 of them was drowned in McLeanstown. Grandma, my mother then was saved, and her sisters and brothers were saved because when they was going to another cousin's house, they were hooked up in a lime tree. And because of the lime tree construction, they were saved that night. Spent a night there.
But during Hurricane Dorian, he made the decision to stay at home, as he has done many times before.
Well, I have never left my house during a hurricane. And the experience was, while I expected there might have been some water, I didn't expect 9 feet. But the experience was that, hey man, this is rough.
Russell says while his home was not completely destroyed, it did incur significant damage and was unlivable.
And we walked out, and as we walked, I turned to my wife and said, anybody, this hurricane did us bad. And then we got the pillow to pick us up at halfway out there, took us on the main street, we got in the bus. The bus went all the way up by Max Feeding's home, and then came back the same way. And when we got back to the corner, and yeah, I got up and met with my wife and I whispered in her ear. I says, we ain't gonna do bad. We ain't gonna do bad. I thought we were bad until I saw the people, and some people's house really get do bad up here. And it really touched me to see that some persons have really lost everything.
However, shortly after, many residents throughout Grand Bahama who were forced to abandon their homes due to the storms were victims of thieves.
We moved out for a while to my wife's brother's home, and then we were robbed. And after we were robbed, with everything we saved of value in the hurricane was taken away, I, as soon as possible, moved back in. So I was back in about a month and a half after the hurricane. No doors downstairs, no windows downstairs, no nothing downstairs, but I was living upstairs. And it was dark out here, it was terrifying. I used to get up 3 or 4 times a night, come outside with my flashlight and look around, see if anybody coming.
But he says 1 year later, they are gradually picking up the pieces.
We decided that we don't need our house to be perfect to move back in. We just need our house to be livable. And we are livable. And some people moving faster than others. But my point is, as long as we continue to move forward,